inserting the missing character. So guys, this would be slightly difficult than the previous topics. Okay. The concept of number series and letter series will be used here. All the concept will be used, but this will be slightly more complicated because in this chapter, questions, they contain a figure or a set of figures or an arrangement or a matrix, each of which bears certain characters, and those characters can be numbers or letters or alphanumeric combination of numbers and letters, which will follow a particular pattern. You are required to identify and decipher this pattern accordingly, find the missing character. Okay. Example, try to solve this question once. Then we will discuss how to solve these type of questions. I need at least half of the people to try to solve this question. Okay. At least 15 to 20 responses. Only 5 responses till now. Hurry up, guys. Seven responses. 7 people have got some answer. Okay, let's try to look the solution. Now guys, okay, first of all, listen how to solve these type of questions. I believe you must have figured it out that the number in the middle is the largest of them all, right? So most probably the other 4 numbers would have been used in certain way to get the number in the number at the middle position, right? So, and in fact, in like whenever you get a question like this, it's always this, that the number in the middle position will be obtained by applying some particular pattern over the numbers at the remaining positions, right? Now this example, it is slightly difficult. I should have taken an easier example as it's example number 1, but it's okay now. So what you could have done is try to look for the number at the middle. It is 109. You can say that first of all, you would have tried to figure out how you will use 16, 6, 5 and 2 to get the number in the middle, right? Like a lot of you students, you got the answer as 129. Can anyone tell me what was your pattern? How did you get 129? Can anyone tell me how you got 129? Okay. So Ramya, you got 25, right? Now, whatever pattern you have used to get 25, is that pattern applicable on the first two figures? I don't think so. Guys, whatever pattern you figure out, that has to be valid for the given figures, right? First of all, you will have to figure out a pattern by which 109 has been obtained from 5, 2, 16 and 6. And the same pattern has to be applicable on the second given figure. If that pattern is applicable for the second figure as well, only then you can use it on the third figure to get the answer. Okay. No, Manasvi, that cannot be the approach. Luckily, it's possible that in this case it's the answer, but okay. Shivam is saying everyone copied first answer. It's the largest one. No, guys, if that was your approach, then it's wrong. Okay. Do you really think that they have given you 5 numbers, 6 numbers, and then they will think of a pattern which says just take the largest one? That cannot be the logic, right? So try to find the logic. So Ramya, everyone will have to try a little bit different in this particular chapter. You will get to see. No. Okay. So first of all, see what could have been the different ways of getting the answer. Some of you might have tried for, first of all, let's say 16 into 6, because 16 into 6 is 96, which is very close to 109. But once you have used 16 and 6 to get 96, how will you use the remaining two numbers 5 and 2? Is there any way of using 5 and 2 in such a way that it will give you 13 and then that 13 will get added to 96? I don't think so. I don't see a legit pattern out there. Okay. And if 16 into 6 gives me 96, which is just smaller than 109, but 22 into 15 is 220, 110, 330. So 22 into 15 is 330. Now 330 is very large as compared to 53, right? So 16 into 6, whatever we tried for the first diagram, it might be, we might get some pattern there, but definitely it's not going to be valid for the second one. Next, the other approach would have been, let's say, if we add all the 4 numbers, if we try to add all the 4 numbers, if we try to add, let's say 16 plus 5, 21, 21 plus 2, 23, 23 plus 6, 29. So we are getting 29 by adding all the numbers, but the number in between, in the middle is 109. And 109 and 29 have no relation between them, right? So then you could have tried that 109 and 53. They are, you can say, slightly greater than some perfect squares, like 109 is 9 greater than 10 square, and 53 is 4 greater than 7 square. So now we could have thought of getting a perfect square out there. Can we get a perfect square now? We can think it in that way. In fact, if you see that 109, when I said that it is slightly greater than a perfect square, which is 100. So that 109 actually became what? 10 square plus 9. And 9 is also a perfect square. So this 109 became 10 square plus 3 square. This 53, it is slightly more than than 7 square, but by how much? It is slightly greater than 7 square by 4. So it is 7 square plus 2 square. So now you could have thought that, okay, we are getting two perfect squares. In the first one, we are getting 10 square plus 3 square. How can we get 10? We could have gotten 10 by 16 minus 6. And how can we get 3? We could have gotten it by 5 minus 2. And we could have applied the same logic and see it's exactly applicable for the second one as well. We subtracted 16 and 6 na, to get 10 square. And look for the numbers at the same corresponding positions. We have 22 and 15. So 22 minus 15 will give you 7 square. Then we went for 5 minus 2, right, in the first diagram. And here we could have taken in the same corresponding position, we have 21 minus 19, which is 2 square, right? So we can see the pattern here now. And we can follow the same. 17 minus 13 will give you 4 square, which is 16. 51 minus 48 will give you 3 square, which is 9. And 16 plus 9 will give you 25, which is option B. So Suramya got the correct answer because her pattern was also correct. Okay. So guys, this was a slightly difficult question. I'm not saying that this is the easiest question. This at the very starting, I told you that this is a slightly difficult question. It might not be possible that you get these type of things at one go, but you'll have to be careful. Example number 2. Try out this question.